over the centuries, a lot's happened on this Town Moor. Like I said in the last video, it's got a direct link to the past going back 800 years, back to medieval times. This moor gives us a direct link with the past there. And it's one of the reasons, in fact, that the stadium there, you can just see the stadium over the treetops. It's probably the only city centre stadium in the world, and that's because originally that was part of the moor. Leazes Park was as well. So St James's Park was part of the moor originally. So we're kind of so lucky to have it. At one time there was a smallpox hospital over there where those trees are. You take a look at that. Those trees were a smallpox hospital that had to be kept away from the city. So that was knocked down in the 1930s when smallpox was eradicated. There was also democracy movements here. So the demonstration for universal male suffrage, I think that was in 1873 that took place here, and that was 200,000 men gathered to get the vote, because before that only property owners, and there was very few property owners, could vote. And female suffrage, the suffragettes came here in 1910, and so there's a lot happened on this moor. And there was the biggest thing that used to happen on this moor was horse racing. So from about the 1720s to the 1880s, there was horse racing that went right round this moor, a 2-mile circumference. There was a huge grandstand on that back road there, Grandstand Road. And when that horse racing got moved on to Gosforth Park, a lot of the poorer people in the city, they couldn't afford to travel to Gosforth. It was a bit too far for them. And so the North East Temperance League moved in. And they didn't want people like wasting their summer holidays drinking in pubs and all that, and wasting their time. So they organised a fair, and that became the Hoppings eventually. And what that fair did is it fed about 1,000 of the poorest children in the city, and it attracted about 150,000 people over a week-long fair. And so that event ended up turning into the Hoppings. So that lots has happened here through the centuries, and it's a great place. It's got a unique feel to it, and it's got a lot of history.